All right, greetings everyone. Caddy Damas here with a special guest tonight. I have Electric Chicken joining me here in the booth. How you doing tonight, Electric? Special guest tonight. I have Electric Chicken joining me here in the booth. How you doing tonight, Electric? All right, greetings everyone. Yeah, looks like a bunch of people coming out right away. I'm going to check the audio on the stream real quick, so I'll let you take it away here. Do you have your audio set to shared? They said they can't hear you on the stream. We're checking out the audio difficulties at the moment. Yeah, should make sure you have it on sharing, like share audio for the party setting. No worries. No worries. We'll give you a minute. As Zoinks, Sir Harry Hotspur going to the top with a 16.9. Zoinks about to complete his hot lap. Does a 19.6. RC with a 19.7. Sam with a 17.9. And GP Colin here out on the mediums. Looks like he might have invalidated his lap. Let's see where Fuzz is on the track. He is going through the chicane. He has his battery turned down, so it looks like he might have invalidated his as well. Yeah, I have the game sound turned down. I can turn it up a little bit. Can you hear the audio okay, though? Besides that? Ah, there we go. That might be it. Now it just said the party is now public. Here, maybe I have to have the party. I don't know.
Oh, Dad, I think Electric Chicken is in with that change in settings.
We shall find out here. As we're on board here with Doth, who is out on the hard. A lot of people out on the hard tires this evening. Ah, they hear you this time. All right, giddy up.
Excellent. All right,
Chicken
I'm
is
coming in
here,
hot.
giving me a hand this evening. Now that we have the audio all figured out.
Absolutely. Thank you, Ginnett. Ginnett to win it. By the way, I actually followed his his recommended settings.
Man knows what he's doing. So yeah, a lot of
Yeah.
people out here on the hard tires, a few people on the mediums. You want the game sound turned up a little bit? I think we can manage that.
We got Dig, our biggest Sam Beck, all in the pits. We got Ginnett on the outside. It seems like he's coming back for
How's
his
that?
lap.
Is that any better with the game sound?
Ginnett knocks 6/10 off of his lap. Nice, good stuff, good stuff.
I'm riding
So
on
yeah,
board right now with JXW. Let's see what kind of time he can do on these mediums. Very interesting tire strategies here. I wonder how long the sauce will actually last.
oh, he's actually coming into
Oh,
the pit.
yep. It seems to happen to me a lot whenever I go on board with somebody that they go into the pits. Who do we have out here? We got Harry and Stig out on hot laps. Is RC's on an out lap? Anybody doing a hot lap at the moment? A few guys on the hards. You always tell by how the battery is whether they're actually pushing or not.
Yeah, exactly. I did notice that. I was able to guess the state of Guinness lap as you just let us know. Yeah, Guinness is coming around for another one actually.
Yeah, I'm sure you could probably get a good, probably 3 or 4 laps in on these hard tires without destroying them for the race. They may just be setting some banker times and probably go out on a set of mediums if I had to guess. Looks like
The
Biga is
mediums
coming out on
actually,
the mediums.
yeah. Oh, we got a 169 from Harry Hotspur. Tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, his spurs are hot today.
That they are. He is out there, just started another hot lap. He is going through the chicane right now. So one thing about this track is these laps do not last very long.
No,
I'm
they're very
guessing we'll
short
see someone
laps.
get down into the 15s on these soft tires if I had to guess. Or at least
That
low
would be
16s.
scorch. I mean, the
Yeah.
track would be on fire if somebody did that. Absolutely.
I know it won't be me come Thursday, you know.
The self-deprecating caddy
Yeah, unless I
appears.
cut the chicane, then I could probably get into the 15s.
There's a lot of
And
allowance there, but if you accelerate on the way out of that chicane after bouncing out the dirt,
yeah,
you're really running a thin run.
seems like
Dig.
Harry's coming into the pits. We got Stig out on a hot lap right now. See
He
what kind of
has
time he can do as he comes through the last couple corners. Zamaglis gets out of the way quite nicely for him. Always good to see. Stig looks like he's on a fairly decent lap here. It's going to be close as to whether he can beat his time. Oh,
our biggest
almost
on his out lap.
had to catch it a little bit. 17.4, not quite beating his previous time. Biga coming
AXW,
around.
we got GP Colin. We got Buzz at the bottom of the hards. This is great. A good mix of tires today.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see. I'm guessing then, seeing all this, that the softs are not going to last too long in this race. So that's why everybody's coming out on the mediums or the hards. Let's see what can follow Biga around on his hot lap.
I like Big Guy. He's good. He's an league admin. He's coming out here to show all of the freeloaders how it's done.
Yeah, indeed.
Coming down the hill. Nice.
Tricky turn two. Takes it pretty nicely. Back on the gas. Coming through 3. See what gear he chooses going through turn 4. That's a very easy corner to track extend and invalidate your lap. Turn in a little too early or just run a little wide. Now one of the trickiest parts of the chicane, you feel like you go so slow through there.
Oh, absolutely. It's so high speed until that, and if you skip it a little, you're looking for. Oh, we have a new tire from the session. JXW is not going to make it.
Oh.
Just came in for a,
Well, that'll give him free choice of tire then, because he is back down at 14th.
yeah.
Which will end up probably being down in 17th. We'll see what kind of time Biga can set here. Can he improve on the 17.4? Doesn't look like he's going to. As Jinnit retires from the session. Ooh, what happened to Jinnit? That is unfortunate. A lot of people hanging out in the pits at the moment.
Yep.
Buddy
Putting in there for a drink of water.
GP Colin going to the top with a 1:16.8. That is good to see.
Not too far away from Harry. If he gets out there after his outlap, I think he's going to come nipping on GP's heels. Harry has pace.
It does look like he does tonight.
GP, though, running that Merc to its limit.
Yep, that is good to see. Well, with no Puff Digital here this evening, we will have a new pole sitter in the second race of the season. Oh, and speaking of Puff, he is in the chat, showing his support to his teammate. That is good to see.
Puff Digital, actually, his second alias he goes by is Puff Daddy. I know it is unconventional.
Puff Champion.
Bigger coming in. Oh, into the pits.
Right
Harry
on.
is out.
Yeah, I'm right on board with him right now. We're going to see if he can improve on his time. He's got to make up not quite a tenth of a second to get back ahead of GP Colin. But he is starting on those soft tires, so with what I'm guessing is going to be pretty harsh tire wear on this track, that he's not going to last too long on these softs.
Out of 13 there.
And he does. That's a 16.823, 7/1000ths ahead.
That is devastating for GP Colin. I think he surely thought he had it with the 1:16.830.
Yeah.
With that
a lot of guys out on
second.
track right now. Looks like they're getting ready to start another flying lap as we are about 4.5 minutes left in this qualifying session. And RC had to pit for a new wing.
Devastating.
I don't know, T-Money. It's going to be tough if anybody goes soft mediums. Depends on your setup, I guess. Right on board here with Doth in the Ferrari. Let's see where he can put this car this evening. Right now his best time in 18.3. He's definitely looking to improve on that. One thing I wish they would show you in the commentating view is like how somebody's doing in sector comparisons.
You know, I was actually just looking for that. To be honest with you, as ignorant to the setting available. He's coming through the chicane here. Took it beautifully. Absolutely no curb.
Nope.
Perfect.
Oh, but he is pulled off, so he may have invalidated his lap. He looked like he ran a little bit wide going through turn 4. So that might have been it for his lap. Well, right on board here with Stig, who was almost done with his hot lap.
Oh, and he is in Renault, which is actually a lucky car. It's actually a lucky car.
Yeah, the banana.
The flying banana. And Big is looking good.
16.7 to go to the top in the Renault. Well done,
Oh,
Stig.
Oh.
Might be the oldest driver on the grid, but right now he is the fastest.
How old is Stig? I had no idea.
I believe he's like, I want to say he's like 50 or like 40s,
50.
late 40s, yeah.
What an absolute dime piece for 50. That was beautiful. I didn't even know
That
that
was.
was possible. Got Sam.
Yeah, we have Electric Chicken in the booth here this evening. T-Money. 53.
Welcome.
Puff says Stig is 53, he thinks.
53 years old. We're talking half a century, folks. And yes, it is Electric Chicken. Despite my selfies and foul humor online, I am actually a pretty PG guy.
The man with the best selfie game in the business.
Thank you. I feel endowed.
You do come out with some epic ones. And where are my Chiefs Puffs, by the way?
Jamer cheese puffs. The funny thing about those cheese puffs is my wife was actually embarrassed to have those in the cart at Costco. But when we got home, I found her dirty fingers reaching around in there for cheese puffs.
As Doth goes fourth fastest with those medium tires, so fastest of the medium tires with a 117.3.
What a scorcher on mediums. He's actually skating around. Jamer in.
I'm on board with Bigga right now. He's come out on the soft tires, so it looks like he wants a slightly better position in this qualifying than he had last week in Britain. Not his finest hour.
Beautiful. Turn 11. Excellent pace. Excellent pace.
Fuzz still without a time set, so right now he is back in 17th. Wonder what's going on there with him. Let's see what kind of time Bigga can set. It's a 117.1. That is good enough for fourth at the moment. Just gets ahead of
Fantastic.
Doth. But Doth on those medium tires, looking strong.
Doth lives up to his name. Yes, Doth does that hoist, and he hoists a lot, everybody.
Oh, as GP Colin goes back to the top with a 16.5. So, we got 20 seconds left in this qualifying session, so if you're not getting ready to cross the line right now, you're not getting a lap in. Harry is out there. Where is he on track? He is on a hot lap, so can he take pole position back?
Buzz is doing a fantastic lap so far on his mediums. Good luck to Harry trying to get that 3/10. If any man can squeak it out, it's definitely Hotspurs.
Yeah, well, let's right on board here with Fuzz, and let's see if he can move himself up from 17th as RC gets out of the way. Doing some grass mowing over on the right side.
I couldn't have said it better myself, Gaddy.
Attach a mower and do some landscaping.
A little bit of curve. Landscaping. He is actually a professional sod layer. I was a little wide. On 13. 14 looking good.
Still, he's maybe good enough for about 10th or 11th right now. 10th place it is for Fuzz.
Let's just recognize Sir Harry Hotspur actually racing Rainbow Road from the original Mario. That was
his Beck goes to the top. Out of nowhere comes Beck 9000 with a 16.2.
More like Beck 9 million right now, eh?
I know. Man.
Nice. Oh, scorching.
So that is going to do it for this qualifying session.
GP's... Nope.
Fuzz is actually racing today. How about that?
Nice. We got Fuzz in 11th. You know what I like about Fuzz is he actually put himself in 11th because he likes the challenge.
Yeah, it's the free tire choice. If you're not going to be in the top 10, you want to be 11th.
So that was an excellent quality. We did not see a 115, but Beck with the ace of spades in his hand. That was wow.
Beck has some sneaky speed. I've watched that guy race a few times, and he can come out of nowhere. But that is going to do it for race number 2 qualifying here at the Hungaroring. It is Beck 9000 in the Red Bull taking pole position, followed by Sir Harry Hotspur in the Racing Point, and GP Colin in the Mercedes in 3rd. Stig in the Renault in 4th. Bigga in the Red Bull in 5th. Doth in the Ferrari coming home in 6th. Sam in the Williams in 7th. RC in 8th in that McLaren. Mario in the Alpha in 9th. And Zamaglis in the Toro Rosso in 10th. That is our top 10 to start. The question is, who is going to end up taking home the checkered flag? You got to watch out for Jinnit. Last week he started second to last, I believe it was, and came back to finish second. So anything can happen here.
Literally anything can happen. I mean, just to see Beck sneak it away from Jinnit. I mean, from Hotspurs. Harry was pretty stunning. But that's great. I'm excited to be here. I appreciate you having me on. And first and foremost, I just want to thank the league for inviting me, Fuzz for getting me into the league, and then everybody being so welcoming, and also the immersive league. It's just so immersive. I just came into the league thinking it came in a race, but now I'm commentating, posting selfies.
Friday
This
night
is
beer leagues.
absolutely Friday night beer leagues. Friday night wine league in my house. But hey, we'll take that.
They are. It is a great league to be involved in. A lot of close racing, a lot of good guys. Just it's a lot of fun overall. I gotta say. Are we
I
taking
wonder
a
if
5 minute break since Puff is not here? Oh, Coxie
Jamer.
says he deserves a thank you for being such an amazing teammate.
You know what? The representative picture that Cox and I are actually using for our team has two sides, and I'm sorry for being disrespectful. I gotta thank Coxie. He's and that GIF he posted today, or the picture of Mr. Garrison, was an
Yeah,
absolute killer.
I saw that one. That was a good one there.
I saw that in the hot tub, in my bathtub, and I just about drowned.
It's a good thing you didn't, or else you wouldn't be commentating here this evening.
Yeah, I had a bath before a bath and some ghost pepper sauce before the commentary, just to get the senses going. Hey, Caddy, do you have a pre-race ritual? What's your ritual?
Uh, before I actually race or before I commentate?
Before you commentate and race.
Uh, Back in the day, I used to go get eye level with Jesus, if you know what I mean. But these days, it's more just go out and have a cigarette and you know, crack open a Stella and just
You
get
got
ready to enjoy some great racing.
you, you got me really good with the Jesus comment.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah, if you know what I mean.
be honest. Hey, hey,
You know.
a little slower back then, but I'm on top of it now. Are you
Yeah.
in the loading screen as well? I'm still waiting for that.
Yeah, they're starting. I just checked the chat. They're gonna start in about 2 minutes here.
Oh, this is where a spectator sits, not on the grid.
Yep. Yep.
Oh, excellent.
Welcome to the spectator screen and watching circles.
This is fantastic. I'm a big fan of DHL. They deliver packages on time.
That they do. I wish the pit crew and the guys over on the side, on the left side, would be a little more excited to be there at a race. They look extremely bored right now, just standing
I
around.
hope, yeah, they're standing directly up straight. I hope they have on their orthotics because my backer is just looking at it. This looks like there's a long line of them too. There might even be a couple firefighters in there.
You know, T Money, you should talk to one of the admins and maybe they can get a couple commercial sponsors for this race.
Are you know? Are you in a spectator chat
I
or
got
like
the I have the stream up on my laptop so I can keep an eye on the chat.
Oh, excellent, excellent.
So,
I'm not that advanced in my way. I actually have a stone tablet beside me to keep tabs on fast laps. Here, I'm actually gonna go on my phone here quick and hook it up there.
yeah, I'll be keeping an eye on the comments. So, you know, see what everybody's saying. Somehow Fuzz apparently invalidated 6 qualifying laps. Oh no, just one. So,
Oops. This is great. Hey, chat, make some noise. We got Wayne Cox, we got Curtis Books and Music, JXW on the controller.
thank our sponsor Bazooka Joe. Bubblicious is more like it.
Best gum. We like to think of Bazooka Joe Bubblegum. I tell you what, when I'm nervous, I chew about 7 pieces, and that really gets the jitters out.
What about Big League Chew? Do you have that up there in Canada?
You would be surprised. We actually do have Big League Chew, and I didn't mean to make that rhyme.
They want to know if they can get a, special appearance by your wife to see the commentating version of flipping him off.
The comment, does everybody want a wife flipping me off selfie? I
Apparently.
might be able to make it happen.
You did supply one the other day, so. All right, we'll
Well,
run down the grid here real quick as they are out on the formation lap. It is Beck 9000 filling in in the Red Bull this evening, taking pole position. Sir Harry Hotspur in the Racing Point in second. GP Colin in the Mercedes lining up in third. Then we have the Renault of Stig in fourth. Biga in the other Red Bull lining up in fifth place. Doth in the Ferrari in sixth. Sam in the Williams in seventh. RC in the McLaren in eighth. Mario in the Alpha in ninth, followed by Zamaglus in the Toro Rosso in 10th. Then we have Fuzz in the other McLaren in 11th, JFD in the Racing Point in 12th, Jinnit in 13th in the other Toro Rosso, Zeg in the Ferrari in 14th, Ryan in 15th, followed by JXW, and then Zoink Zazu in the Williams in 17th. So let's see what kind of tires everyone decided to go with this evening. Looks like we have a good mix of tires. The top 5 on the softs, then Doth with the mediums, Sam with the softs, RC on the mediums, Mario on the softs, and Zamagos on the mediums, and then a mixture of hards and mediums to round out the guys outside the top 10. So this should be a pretty exciting race.
You got 10 to 17, no one on softs. It's going to be interesting to see if anybody gets the undercut. I mean, it's going to be huge if somebody can keep that pace up. I mean, it's all about getting a lap 4 or 5 with excellent pace, but doesn't seem like that's going to be an issue. We got everybody lining up now,
taking their spots on the grid, and we are going to get ready to get started. Where's a good broadcast view? Why are you showing me everything from behind, cameraman?
Yes, I agree.
Give me something. Show somebody from the other side. This is a terrible view. Every view is from behind. Ay. Well, this is the best we're going to have to do because the cameraman doesn't want to cooperate. So we're looking at the back side of the cars as the lights come on, and we're getting ready to start, and we are off. To start the Hungarian Grand Prix, it looks like Beck got away pretty well as they make a mad dash down in the first corner. Biga making up a few places, trying to go around the outside of GP Colin up into second. We have a Red Bull 1-2 to start. Biga just getting a flying start. Look at that.
I believe Stig lost the front wing. If I'm not mistaken, they looked to put some contact.
We'll have to go
Sam.
on Stig's car here and see if we can see if some of the wing is missing. It does look like, as he went by, that perhaps, yes, the left end plate is missing as GP Colin's out of this race.
What?
GP Colin out of this race. RC up into third. What happened with GP? I didn't even see what happened there. All of a sudden, his name just went flying down.
On the top right of the screen, I did see that he was making a lot of noise in the chat. I wonder if that had anything to do with what happened.
I am not sure, but right now it is the two Red Bulls in 1 and 2. Beck holding his lead with Biga right behind. RC about a second and a half behind Biga. Harry right behind RC, followed by Sam. Stig, who looks like he has, yes, I think he is missing his left front end plate there. Yep, definitely missing a little bit, so that is going to cost them.
On the right hand, on the right-handers, Beck got away. Excellent. He is already a second up, which means our Biga needs to come back strong for some DRS. He's going to be able to fight off RC.
It looks like Harry is pressuring RC right now on those soft tires. Yeah. He's trying to get that move done. RC on those mediums, he can go a lot longer into this race, so Harry needs to get by him.
How did RC get so far up there?
I don't know.
We got D-Zig in the back, putting a lot of pressure on Zemo. He is just under 3/10.
Fuzz is inside the top 10 as well. Looks like they have a good little battle going between Stig, Mario, Fuzz, and Jinnit.
I have high hopes for Jamer. I mean, he is rocking the wheel setup, and he's a lifelong controller driver, so I hope he can keep the consistency of his brakes. There's good things to come.
Looks like Mario is pressuring Stig back here. He looks like he wants to get by the
Oh,
Renault, but
oh,
he's
made a mistake. Zig with a mistake. Went in deep, maybe a defense move. Yeah,
Beck
trying
setting
to
the
cut back.
fastest lap as they already start lap number 2.
DRS enabled. I think there's no DRS right now. Jamer is on. If you
Yeah, I
can
believe
avert.
there is only the one DRS detection zone as you come around the final turn, so I think that is the DRS for both zones. Keep an eye on Harry and see if he can get back up and start putting a little pressure on RC before his tires go off.
We have Zenith and Buzz looking to make it happen. And in front, you got Jamer still putting pressure on Stig. Sam has gotten away nicely from the two.
Ooh, it looks like Jinnet's going to go for a move on Stig. Oh, Fuzz loses the
Oh,
back end
oh,
and he spins it out. So
devastating.
he's going to lose quite a few positions. It didn't look like there was any contact there.
They have
Well, there
to
are 2 DRS zones, but I think there's only 1 detection zone.
I was not familiar with the detection zone reference, but I do know there is 2 DRS zones,
Yeah,
yes.
and I think the only DRS detection zone is heading into turn 14. Now, yeah, T-Money, it only took 3 laps for Fuzz to lose the back end there. So,
That is a ruthless statement from our commentator, Matty Canis.
hey,
Spitting fire.
I'm just going off what the chat says.
Excellent.
It's
Stig
our
moved up a position. Oh, they are fighting Stick and Jamer side by side. No one giving up any space. We got Jamer on the outside. Daniel Ricciardo, I'm feeling the vibe, has to stay behind.
He may
Good
try for the
defense, Stig.
cutback, but it doesn't look like he's going to be able to get it done. Stig runs a little bit wide there, the man known for getting no penalties.
The cleanest driver on the grid.
Yep, indeed.
Also, the driver for Top Gear.
Mario all over the back of Stig, though. He is just itching to get by, and he's got to watch out for Jinnit, who's looking to make a move down the inside as well.
I
Good
gotta
little
hand it to
battle
Janet.
shaping up back there.
Sitting on the hards, waiting to pounce, and we have the problem with trying this early into the race with softs is you really are you're doing about 1.5 1.4 laps when you're aggressively driving on the tire wear.
Yeah, I mean, the harder you push on these right now, the more you're going to wear them down. It looks like RC is lining up a move on Biga going down the front straight, and he does get that move done up into second place on those medium tires. So RC could be in a very good position here.
I think if RC can keep up this pace, I don't think he'll have. I think he will be able to. I don't know if he'll be able to catch back, but he'll be able to make an impression on that delta, or on that interval time.
But being on those medium tires going longer into the race, Beck is either going to have to go on to probably the hard tires if he wants to make it a one-stop. Not sure if he's going to be able to one-stop it on the mediums. That might be asking a lot from the tires. Looks like Jinnit has gotten by Mario up into 7th, and now he has his sights set on Stig.
Guinea is putting a lot of pressure, and he is driving on hard. Let's not forget, this guy is a smoker here on these hard, man.
He's known for his reverse strategies, as we have quite a train there. Ooh, a little contact in the background there. Looked like that was Zamaglis and Zeg coming together.
Zemo looking to hop on the DRS train behind Doth. I think Jamer is going in.
Yeah, he's first man into the pit, so those soft tires did not last very long, as that gives Doth a free position. We'll see if can Jinnit make a move. He's looking to the inside of Stig, and it looks like he's going to get this move done on the hard tires. Yes,
And
indeed. He is up to 6th place right now.
this same move was made by Zemo, the actually about 100 feet behind them, and unfortunately, D is now pushing on Doth as well. Doth is down 2 positions after turns 2 and 3, and
And
he is actually
JFD
finishing
just got a
third.
move done. Oh, and a little bit of contact there, as
I would
Zeg might have
go as
lost
far
part
as,
of his front wing because he is losing positions.
oh
JXW
man,
getting by him. They're going
as
side by
far as
side into the chicane. That is really not where you want to go side by side. Ryan has
absolutely
to cut
not.
the chicane. I think he's going to have to give that position back to his teammate.
It
Possibly
is.
was an illegal overtake, and yes, indeed, he runs a bit wide and gives that position back. So, we got some good battles lining up here. Zamagla is going for a
Absolutely.
move on Stig, and it looks like he is going to get that move done. And so is Doss. So these soft
Doss
tires
is
might be going off quicker than we had expected because Stig is losing time. He is going to have to go into the pits, I think. No, he does stay out, but he just lost quite a few positions in that last couple corners.
I think he's still dealing with that front wing. I don't think it was worth. I think it may be about 85% because it wasn't worth coming in.
Yeah, that's true. I forgot about that. He has the
Oh,
front
absolutely.
wing
Braking a little
damage.
bit early. Not able to take turn 1 optimally. At the top, it seems the positions 1 through 5 have settled in nicely. 6 laps on the softs, and RC on the mediums. I wonder how this plays. It's actually up 7/10 on the interval between back. The softs are falling out. I wonder if
Yeah,
that's
Biga is losing a lot of time to RC in front of him. As it looks like we have a good little battle shaping up between JFD and Zeg back for 9th and 10th. Yeah, RC is starting to close up on Beck. So I definitely think those soft tires are really starting to fall off right now. I have a
I'd
feeling.
say that the strategy right now would be to pit and go on to hards or mediums if you have beautiful an understanding of tire wear. They elect to stay out. Sam stays out. They're all going to stay out. I wonder what the tire life is at.
I know, I wish you could see that, but it looks like Jinnet's lining up a move on Sam. He's going to get that move done. He is up to 5th. Another one to watch here on those hard tires, so he is going to be able to go a long way into this race.
In it, licking his chops. Sir Harry Hotspurs might be cooling down to Sir Harry Coldspurs.
That's why you're the
I don't
best
know why I
color
feel
guy in the business right there.
color guy. That's me, electric color.
It's like,
Uh-oh.
oh, Stig retires from the session. Did not get to see what happened there, but unfortunately,
Out of the
lost
session
Stig
on the
after
hards.
their
His
promising
wing,
start.
promising start. I think his wing got the best of him. He might have been avoiding, trying to keep a couple positions, and you just get caught up in the fight.
Yeah, that is unfortunate. See, we're riding on board right now with Doth, who is putting a little bit of pressure on the Toro Rosso of Zamaglis, who is also catching up to Sam. He's lost a little bit of time, but he should be within DRS zone.
Stayed out
DRS.
again. Savage. We got Arbega in the pits, and Beck elected to go into the pits as well.
So that'll give RC the lead. Harry staying out there on those softs for yet another lap.
Beck is out. Came out in 8th. That is
But
excellent. He's on to the hard, so we're looking at 26 laps on the hards.
that is going to be
20
asking a lot, I think.
of the hards, let alone the mediums. Let's see if anybody comes out on the mediums. Doinks has left. I think he's having internet connection issues.
Yeah, it appears that way. He's joined and gotten disconnected. Doth is putting some pressure on Sam. Looks like he might be lining up a move. Not quite close enough as they go into the chicane. He may be able to get a move done. It does not look like it. Jinnett really catching up to Harry in that battle. So Jinnett could be up to 3rd place here before we know it.
He knows better than to go down the inside there. That's a very bold move. That is last lap antics, and I would not put his experience at that level, the low level of trying to pass there this early in the race.
As
Sir
Harry
Harry.
looks like he is coming into the pits right now.
Absolutely. In it, coming out.
And
You gotta,
Guinnett does have
you gotta,
the advantage of having DRS just because he was behind in the detection zone. So that is going to be helpful. Out on those hard tires. Wonder how long he'll be able to push those into the race. And yeah, that confirms my suspicion that there's only one DRS detection zone because he still had DRS in that second sector, or the second part of the DRS. So
okay.
there is only the one detection zone.
Harry is in, Sam is in, and it looks like they've all come out on the hards. We got Sir Harry on the hards. We got Sam coming out on the hards.
Yep,
Naturally.
Bigger came out on the hards, and so did Beck. So they are definitely trying to go with the one stop. But the problem is now they are stuck in traffic. Beck has the two Ferraris right in front of him. So it's going to be a matter of how fast he can clear this traffic. Because if RC and Ginnet up at the front can keep turning laps, they could be in a very good position come the end of this race.
Sometimes it might be a good idea to come out on the hards, understand the tire, give yourself about 3 to 4 laps to figure it out, and then start pushing, just to see how much tire wear you're actually going to have around here. That's where the strategy comes into play, and having, see, that was a little bit of a lockup there into turn 13 for Beck.
Yeah, I was watching that on the stream there. I saw the same exact thing. That is not going to help the tire life, but he is going to have DRS on Zeg in front of him, so he may be able to make a move going down into turn 1. Looks like he is going to be close enough. He pulls to the inside, and he's got that move done pretty easily, so now he's got his sights set on the other Ferrari. He's not going to give up that position, but Beck still had DRS, so that helped him in the second bit of that. Looks like Ryan is closing up onto the back of Fuzz in front of him. But it is the other McLaren of RC leading this race right now. Question is, where will he end up after his pit stop? Dolph's still trying to get by Zamaglis.
It has been a tradition of the ZOR McLaren drivers to actually slick their hair back, like Zach, the team principal.
I did not know that. See the insights you get with chicken. Gives you good team insight here. Looks like Doth is gonna. He's getting awfully close to that Toro Rosso in front of him, so I have a feeling if he can stay right there going through the last corner, we could see a move going down into turn 1. And Beck right behind him.
Yeah, Doth is going to get an excellent run here. Demo to the inside, or
he's defending kind of the middle of the track. Doth is going to have to go the long way around. Is he going to be able to get that move done? They are side by side, a little wheel-to-wheel contact. This could open the door for Beck behind him. He's got to watch that.
Absolutely. They got a hard, 2 mediums and a hard here in contention.
I mean, that is really your passing opportunities right there. So, I mean, I don't know if Beck can make that move. Yes, he can around the outside. What a move that was.
That was illegal. Somebody handcuffed that guy. That was absolutely lawless.
Did not. Oh, he almost loses the back end, though.
Beck.
That was quite the move by Beck. That was bold. But that was well done.
Beck, 9,000, Val Hoyce, made the pass on Doth.
Looks like he had done that about 9,000 times. Made that one look easy.
9 straps. RC7 is increasing his lap on his time on Guinness here, and he's done it over the last couple laps. He's put out about a second and a half. I wonder how long that can last. I wonder when the mediums are going to fall off. My guess is around lap 14, 15. And then for about 3 or 4 laps, I'd say Zenith is going to be maybe 4 to 7 tenths faster. Depends on the tire wear. See a little bit of a slide there for RC. Those tires are hot, folks. I'm talking fried egg hot. Nice and slow through the chicane. What do we got going on here? Fuzz looking to attack a little bit of get a little bit of JFD's cake here.
Fuzz is making a pretty good comeback after the early spin. see where he can end up, but then we still got to wait and see how it's all going to shake out after everybody makes their pit stop. That is one of the hardest things sometimes to predict.
What do you think about a soft, hard, soft, or soft, medium, soft? If the time is there, that's not a bad strategy.
It is not, because, I mean, this is not a long pit lane, so you're not wasting too much time in the pits. I guess it really comes down to your speed. You know, I think the faster you are, that strategy really can come into play. You know, the slower drivers like myself will probably try to make it a one-stop just because,
Absolutely.
you know.
Wow, naturally.
You
You, both of us, the commentary box, definitely falling into that bracket.
Yeah. Just look for us
And
Thursday night near the back of the grid. We'll be battling.
we'll be back there.
It is a tough track to give up the position, that is. But, I mean, as you saw in the real-life Hungarian Grand Prix where Lewis Hamilton came in for that late pit stop and then chased down Verstappen, you know, it is doable if you're fast enough.
The engineer that made that prediction, he got paid, to say the least. Absolutely. He got some extra cheddar.
Looks like we got a good little battle brewing here between Bigot and Sir Harry.
Right by mine, caddy. Hovered around that 6/10. People have to understand that if it comes down to a tire battle, you don't necessarily want to burn them up in pass. You want to see if you can actually, it's like a chess match. You want to see if you can outplay the other person 5, 6, 7 laps. Let's test the pace. Avoid that dirty air and make some tight turns and conserve the tire life.
Well, we're going to find out right now, Puff, where he's going to come out in the pits. He is going into the pits right now. He is coming out, and Fuzz is coming around. I think he's going to stay ahead of his teammate. They are side by side. For just a moment, RC trying to stay ahead of JFD, side by side going into turn 2. But I think RC is going to stay in front, so RC coming out ahead. Now he's got to try to chase down Beck in front of him. 6-lap fresher tires, so we'll see how that plays out.
It is going to be interesting to see if Guinnett has the pace after 25 laps, 10 laps on the medium, to come back and snatch the lead from RC7. I'm predicting top 4. I don't know if I'd give him first, though, in this instance.
Well, I wouldn't put it past Guinnett to come out on the soft tires either, to be honest with you.
Oh, the softs, absolutely.
Because the car will have less fuel, it'll be lighter, so the tire wear won't be quite as bad. So if he can make these last to about lap 25, maybe 26, we could very well see him come out on the softs and really challenge near the end. Looks like Fuzz is going to line up a move on JFD and try to catch back up to his teammate. He has DRS. Let's see if he can get this done. He is going to the inside of the racing point, and it looks like he is going to be able to get this move done pretty easily. The advantage of DRS. Oh, I didn't even think about that, Aero Strike. You're absolutely right. Yeah, Biga lost that time in the pits due to the double stack, because since Beck is his teammate this week. I didn't even think about that. They both came in at the same time.
Is not enough. Thank you, chat, for filling in. Jamer picking up a 3-second, and as I was saying, thank you, chat, for filling in for those small areas Caddy and I cannot pick up. Don't call it inadequate. Call it too focused.
Yes. Exactly.
Yeah.
Where are we with some battles we have going on right now? Looks like Ryan is closing up on the back of the racing point as well.
Likes to take that wide line through 11 and just leave a little bit of curb on those right tires. Totally legal. Totally legal. JFD's in.
Well, that seems like a very early pit stop on the hard tires.
That is bold. RC7 at 127.
He may be going for a 2-stop then, because he is going to be asking a lot from the medium tires, although he could probably stretch those out.
I think putting 20 on the mediums That is bold. That is
It, it
bold.
it's a bold move, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him. Quote one of my
Excellent stuff.
favorite commentators.
Doth Daddy making me laugh, everybody. I just want you to know if there's a lapse in my concentration is because Caddy is literally a comedian.
I do what I
Doth
can.
at the back of Doth at the back of Zemo, taking a way better line through turn 4.
Yeah, but this
He's
is
got
a
a
part of the
great.
track, though. It's just so hard to pass somebody. If you don't
Oh,
get those moves done in the first couple corners, you're pretty much stuck behind another car unless they make a mistake. It is just so tight. I mean, they do call this track Monaco without the barriers, so
Monaco without the barriers and less rich people, actually. Less beautiful women. Nothing against the Hungarian population.
probably more gypsies if I had to guess.
A lot of caravans, naturally. Zemo is having a tough time defending. I think this is it right here on
It's
the
like
straight.
the Ferraris look like they're working together quite well here, just kind of following each other, not really
Doth
battling each other
elected
too much.
to upshift out of 14, and I don't necessarily know. I think staying in third gear out of 14 gives you that little extra bite out of it. Oh, here we go. He's going on the outside.
It looks like he's trying to get it done around the outside, and then I'll have the inside for the next part. And it looks like he's going to get that move done. Maybe, maybe not. They have a nice little side-by-side battle here. Going up the hill. Leaves plenty of space, but he does run a little bit wide. He's going to hold on to this position
Oh
going
my
into the
goodness, you guys.
right-hander. This is a
This
good
is
little battle here. They
absolutely
cannot go side-by-side into this. I was going to say, no way into the
Doth
chicane.
pulls the sensible card and goes behind Zemo. Look, there's always the next DRS straight. That's what everybody has to realize here. You can always have an opportunity. You can stay in that 6/10 range coming out of turn 14. So he's looking for that option.
I mean, that DRS is so powerful, giving you the extra, about 7 miles an hour, and
RC
you can really
7.
make it move. Yeah, RC's on a bit of a charge here. Let's see if he can close up to Beck. Beck about 3
Fastest lap.
seconds behind Jinnit. Jinnit's still out there on
And
those hard tires.
you got Doth coming in. Doth, it's interesting. He doesn't have as much speed as Zemo out of turn 14, and it's been shown twice.
That could come down to the setups that they're running. He may be running a bit more downforce for sectors 2 and 3, but as he makes a bit of a mistake coming out of turn 1, and that allows his teammate to get by. It looks like
That's
Harry is closed back up on the back of
hey,
Biga again.
when you think about it, if you're having a tough time and you get a little frustrated, you can let your teammate pass. In this case, you can take the DRS route behind them, save some tire life, and see if you can pass as a team.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it's best to work together, and if you can't get by somebody, you see it all the time in F1, with teammates letting the other one through when they feel like they're faster and let them try to get by.
Sam picking up a 3. Unfortunately, Zoinks Zazoo at the beginning of the race, out of a mystery box in Mario Kart, got a ghost, and he is invisible. Sam picked up a penalty avoiding the ghost, and I can see how that can throw you off.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. You just,
Still a
even though
good
the
thing.
car is ghosted, you always in the back of your mind, I think you wonder if it's going to unghost at some point.
Yeah, absolutely.
As Ryan
is
goes
coming
into
in.
the pits, he's going with the medium tires, so he could be in for a good points haul here on the fresh set of mediums. Everyone else in front of him, with the exception of JFD, is on the hard tires, so
So Beck is 1.8 seconds out from Guinness. It is going to be razor thin, the margins at the end of this race.
it is. It's going to be very interesting to see what tire. As Doth picks up a 3-second penalty. His teammate's battling away with Zmogulis in front of him.
Seems to be a little bit rattled, having a tough time out of 4. That's a dangerous turn. Do you stay in 7th, or do you drop to 6th and let the transmission take the turn for you? DJ going a little wide.
as Zenith comes into the pits. So
Oh,
I'm guessing he is going to go on to the medium
oh.
tires.
Zemo with the massive mistake. Doth with the lockup. This is an absolute jungle. I feel like I'm at Let's Play, the large indoor playground, when I was a child.
And now JFD is all over the back of Smogless as Zig picks up a 5-second penalty for corner cutting and gaining a place. Ooh.
Unbelievable.
And the force, or the racing point. I hadn't called it the Force India in a while, but the racing point going to the outside of the Toro Rosso, and I think he's going to be able to get this move done. Yes, he does, up into 8th.
An absolute scorcher coming from our fuzzy favorite. Unlike his previous laps, he kept this one on, and the actual True Fuzz pace came out, which is stunning to say the least.
Yeah, RC is definitely picking up the pace. He has closed that gap to 1.5 to Beck in front of him.
I think he's trying to put it in DRS range because he's down to 25%. But there is sectors 2 and 3 to recover that DRS, so maybe...
Oh, Beck does have a lot of battery left to defend with. He has about 60% battery.
ERS, yeah, rather. ERS is what I meant to say.
So, RC may be using up a little too much battery in trying to catch him. He's got to realize how he's got the fresher tires here, and then near the end of the race, I'm guessing Becks are going to be pretty knackered.
Unfortunately, Doth with the error drops back to 12th.
Ooh, I see that.
It appears like he does not have a wing.
Ooh. That is unfortunate. Zenith comes out behind Harry. He's just over a second behind Harry in the racing point.
And he
so
elects the mediums. I think he realized, I think he saw the line in the sand and said to himself, if he extends it out, I don't think the softs are going to be enough. If you can push the pace on the mediums, that was a little wide there, that might have been a warning. If you can push the pace on the mediums, I think he realized he had a better shot.
Well, the question is, can Biga defend from these two? He has 33% of his battery left. Harry's got 41, and Zenith's got 89. So I don't think there's going to be much defending from Zenith here. He has saved that battery nicely, and I think he is really going to be pushing to get on the podium.
Notoriously, 90% are very respectable in spirit.
The man known for the reverse strats is, as Harry has a big lockup going into turn 13. Zenith looks like he is really racy here. And he
GFD.
is closing up on that Ferrari, it looks like. Is Zenith going to be able to make the move on the racing point? Yes, he does. Oh, his RC has left the session.
RC.
He is ghosted. That is unfortunate. Hopefully he can get back in. He was looking strong. Zenith has left the session. What is going on?
This is...
What has happened here?
I think we're having host connection problems.
Oh, this is not what you want to see here when you're in the middle of some great battles.
Oh my goodness.
Oh.
The devastated. Even if you come back and you regain your place, you've
lost so much time. I mean, RC's already lost 3 seconds. So that is just, as Zenith has gotten back in, but it has cost him dearly. RC has gotten back in. Hopefully these guys can get reconnected and get back up to pace, because that was just unfortunate to see. You never want to see a race decided by that.
Beck is getting a freebie, folks, right now.
Yep, now he's just really got to keep it on the track, because that gap went from about 1.4 seconds up to 3 or 6.4, so 5 seconds. That is just unfortunate. That has allowed Biga to get a little closer.
It's going to be interesting to see D-Zig and
Zenith into the pits. That's interesting. Why is he coming into the pits?
On the softs.
Well, that... Okay. A lot of crazy things are happening here in the last bit of this race. Maybe he just wanted to come out behind Fuzz and have a little battle with Fuzz. But that connection issue is just...
purposely goes into the pits out on soft to battle with Buzz. If that's not a grudge match, I don't know what is.
Yeah, I mean, that's the only thing I can think of at this point.
Just
Maybe
a
he wants
battle
that
with Buzz.
fastest lap.
Fastest lap with point. I mean, that's a good. If he can bring himself back to about fifth in the next 10 laps, you get that fastest lap. Well, I mean, I don't think it's worth it initially, but I think you realize
Speaking
if
of
he
the
dropped
fastest
out.
lap, Doss sets a 1:19.7 for the fastest lap. Is on board here with Ryan, who is closing up on the back of Simaglis. It's about the closest battle we have on track right now.
Yeah, and we got 4 laps on the mediums, 11 laps on the hards. Zemo, he just has to make himself large. He's just got to make himself large and in charge right now.
Otherwise, he's a sitting duck with DRS. He's going to the right side of the track to try to defend the inside. Force Ryan to go around the long way. Ryan's going to be able to get it done. Leave each other plenty of space. Now Ryan's going to have the inside line as they make the dash down into turn 2.
Oh my goodness.
Look at the racing here, side by side, leaving each other plenty of space.
Oh.
A little dirt kicked up.
Zemo. That was an amazing battle.
All this battling, though, is just going to allow Fuzz right back into it because he is closing up the gap now to Ryan behind.
That's true. I mean,
gotten it within a second.
If Ryan can concede that, well, I guess, Buzz is coming up hot. Ryan's stuck behind Zemo. Ryan's in a tough spot because he needs to pass. He essentially needs to pass right now. Is the tire life worth it? Well, he's either going to get his heels bitten by his Buzz or he passes. So see how this transpires.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting here in the closing few laps as we have 10 laps to go here. Round number 2, and it has been an exciting one. Although right now, with the disconnect by RC, Beck has got a 6-second cushion at the front, so all he's got to do is keep the wheels on it. But Ryan right now looking for a move, trying to go around the outside again. Simaglis is forcing him to take the long way around.
Fuzz is right there.
Fuzz is just all over these two, just waiting for an opportunity. This is a mirror image of the last lap right now.
If this was a movie theater, he's kicking the back of your seats.
He is. He might be looking for a move around the outside of Ryan. No, not quite close enough to get it done.
Good idea. You don't really want to try and come from behind. You're just going to take too much speed.
Good little battle shaping up here for 7th, 8th, and 9th. Some crucial points here in the midfield. And this is like a real-life midfield battle right here. We got a Toro Rosso, we got a Haas, and we got a McLaren. So, unlike Liberty Media, we will show the midfield.
Unlike Liberty Media, they don't have Electric Chicken and Caddy Damas, which is an unfortunate blow to their commentary team.
Crofty who?
Sir Harry Hotspurs now a second and a half behind Arbiga, trying to pit that podium. Arbiga needs to click that NOS button and call on Brian's straight line speed to make this happen. Brian, that is a reference from the original Fast and the Furious, folks.
Throwing it back. It looks like we're going to have, this is the 3rd time in a row we're going to have a little side-by-side action between Ryan and Simaglis.
Oh my gosh. Oh!
This time Ryan with a little more drive off that corner.
No.
He looks like he has gotten the move done. Is Fuzz going to make the move as well? And it looks like Fuzz has gotten the move done. So Simaglis losing 2 positions there in the span of a corner.
Zemo has Ginit on softs, which is... It's like having a semi-truck that goes way faster than you behind you. I don't know why that reference came to mind, but it did.
But now, like you said, we do have Harry is starting to close up that gap to Biga. And
he's picking about half second a lap. Same tires, both same laps. I mean, this just comes down to raw pace.
He gains the time, and then he seems to lose the time a little bit into Sector 3.
Oh
And
yeah.
Biga is running a lot of battery. He is actually almost out of battery, so he's got to crank it down. Whereas Harry still has about 30% of his left, so
Oh, get it.
yep,
With the 119
he is on
quality
a
pace.
charge right now. He is probably fuming after that connection error, where he was having
But
such a great comeback race once again.
Harry dropped it down to 1.1 seconds. Arbeega is sweating. I mean, he is in a sauna right now. We have 7 laps left, and Hotspurs is putting the heat on.
Yes, he is, and now they're actually both pretty equal on battery life. So,
Oh,
oh,
Arbeega
his
with the mistake.
Fuzz picks up a 3-second penalty.
Once Hotspurs, unfortunately, Hotspurs made a mistake. Arbeega seems faster through sector 2. I believe, unless for some reason Hotspurs tires are going.
Yeah, I've seen him lock up into a few corners here and there, so that may not
Fuzz.
be doing him any favors.
Oh, the big lockup from Fuzz on the off camber 13. Devastating turn. That will catch you off guard if you are not, if you're focused on anything else other than turn 13 when you're going through. It's just asking for problems. Now Fuzz has to recuperate, stay within DRS, look to pass Ryan in the next 6 laps. Equal tire wear. Again, this whole raw pace thing. I hate to say it, but who is faster?
Yeah, RC is cutting that gap down. He's cut it in by about half down to Beck, but I don't think there's enough laps left for him to get
Beck's tires.
back into the front. I mean, although, yeah, Beck does have tires that are 6 laps older,
Uh-oh.
so...
We have Zoink's Zazoo's Ghost. Is it going to wreak havoc on RC7? Stay tuned.
We will find out momentarily, but actually this is going to help RC because this should give him DRS. As he went through the detection zone there, they should give him DRS, so indeed, that is going to help him close up that gap to Beck as he can see him in the distance. Can he pull a Lewis Hamilton-like drive and perhaps pass with a lap or two to go? I mean, that gap, as he does a little drift around the corner there. Just kicking out the back end, waving at everybody.
like a whale. Fuzz is 6/10 off of Ryan, has DRS, is in a good spot. Oh no, a little fishtail out of turn 14.
As Harry has lost some time as well. Harry now 2.4 seconds behind Biga, so Harry might have made a bit of a mistake. Now it's giving Biga some breathing room for that last podium position.
I think maybe Hotspurs has actually put a little too much heat to his tires. He's going to have to cool down, get some ERS, and make a last few laps or just stay in fourth. I mean, hey, these are good points. I mean, Fuzz picks up a 3.
Picks up another penalty.
Retired from the session.
Oh no! What happened? Did he crash out?
Unbelievable.
Let's see if we can see a stricken McLaren right on board here with Sam. And there he is over on the left side. Oh, that is just unfortunate to see. As Zenith is all over the back of Zamoglis now. Team Money won the over-under on the amount of laps.
That is absolutely rude, making gambles at Fuzz's expense, but he asked for it because his shit-talking is through.
Is that a brief virtual safety car there? RC has closed up the gap to 1.4 seconds.
Oh my goodness.
Beck. So perhaps we could see a late Lewis Hamilton-like charge here in the last few laps. So
I was thinking to myself, I didn't say it, but I was thinking to myself that having that extra 6 laps on your heart is going to make a giant difference in the twilight of this race.
It definitely could. That early pit stop by Beck could be the real game changer here. But RC is now within DRS range. So this could be very... Looks like Zenith got by Zamoglis, so he is back up to 8th. Maybe he can chase down Ryan.
Has to put in a few laps that are going to be uncharacteristic for 11 lap mediums, but sometimes you can pull it out. Sometimes you can make it happen. I think Innit made a mistake actually. RC, this is a great battle. I'm scared to turn it away from RC and back. I mean,
I know. I'm not switching at this point because I have a feeling as they go through the ghost car that had to be Mario, I'm guessing.
Jamer. He'll get it. He'll pick it up. Once he gets that wheel consistency, I'm telling you, he's coming for everybody.
But right now, RC, a man on a mission. Probably seeing a bit of the red mist after the disconnect. He wants that win. He knows it's his if he can close up.
Ryan is now within Delta range, or is now within DRS range of DZig. Oh, Sam. Pick up the 5-er.
Yeah, he also picked up a penalty for speeding under the VSC.
Oh, that was unlucky because that was the shortest safety car. I guess maybe we didn't see it. Maybe it was up there longer.
It wasn't up there. It was only up there for about half a lap or so. So it wasn't very long. RC Ryan gonna have DRS.
Oh, this is craziness.
Ryan also looks like he is closing up.
If Ryan can do it in turns 12, 13, and 14, get to that 5/10, avoid the dirty air, he is going to put a beating on Duzig here down the DRS straight. Let's see if he can do it. You know, it's all about turn 14's exit.
Well, RC has closed up the gap to just about 0.7 of a second.
Sam has gone around, lost his wing. Just as a quick update.
Oh, that is unfortunate. That puts him out of the points, but it promotes Doth up into the points.
Ooh, Ryan. He has to. It's now or never. He's only got 2 laps.
RC has got that gap down to just over 0.4 of a second now as he runs wide, as he pushes that car to its limit, trying to catch up to the Red Bull in front of him. They only have just over 2 laps to go here in round number 2, and if this is the way the season is going to go, we are in for an exciting season here for Tier 1.
Oh my gosh. Oh, RC. Just a little bit of a fishtail, a little bit of snap oversteer on exit.
But he does have the advantage of having DRS twice here, so if he can close this gap up, perhaps get within a couple tenths coming out of this corner as he is closing up to the back of Beck right now. That's that 6-lap difference on these tires. With 2 laps to go, we could be seeing a last lap pass. This is just like the real-life Hungarian Grand Prix. A Red Bull in the lead. Only difference is instead of a Mercedes, we have a McLaren.
RC, or Ryan, Ryan needs to get an excellent exit out of 1, or he needs to do it on 14. There it is. Oh my goodness.
As Biga picks up a 3-second penalty. Now the question is, does Harry have any penalties? Because that could change the podium.
Ryan is 2/10 back. Lap 34.
RC losing a little bit of time.
Oh no.
Beck has a lot of battery left that he had the advantage of saving during RC's disconnect as they get ready to go around the last corner and start the last lap. This is going to be, as RC runs wide, that is going to cost him on exit right there.
That is basically your
That is
chance.
probably going to be it. He needed to be a lot closer coming out of the corner. And I don't know if he's going to be able to get it done now.
Absolutely how you pick up a warning as well. You want to limit that. Take second, avoid the warning. Although it's going to take a lot of penalties for Arpega to pick up that second spot.
Well, I mean, if you watch the race back in Mexico at the end of Season 2, where we saw penalties really shake things up in terms of the grid, I think that was the one where Jinnick got like 21 seconds in penalties.
Oh, no. Well, if any track's going to give you 21 seconds, hell, it's Mexico. I mean, you don't know the difference between... The curbs don't do anything to you. You can just fly over them.
Yeah.
A lot like Russia.
But RC, I think that was his The last lap was his best chance, as I
Just
think now
maintain.
he is just a little too far back
Bring it
from
home.
Beck. You got to wonder what
Our
would have
big
happened had the disconnect not occurred. Would we be seeing a completely different race result? But as of right
Doth.
now, it
Oh,
looks like
the
it is going to
Williams.
be Beck 9000 rounding the last corner and coming across the line for the win. RC coming home in second. Are we going to have a Red Bull 1-3 here? Double podium for Red Bull.
Our bigger
Looks
was
like
an absolute. He did an absolute masterpiece in those last 10 laps to keep that third
he
position.
keeps
And the Haas
third,
was
and Harry in
burnt out.
fourth. A good
Absolutely.
good result for the racing points there in fourth and fifth.
Oh yeah.
Is Ryan going to be able to make a move on Zeg coming up to the line? Not close enough, but he does take the position via penalties.
Pink is in these days.
Zamaglis crossing the line in eighth, and it looks like Jinnit will cross the line in ninth.
Ginett. I feel bad for him. My heart goes out to Ginett right now. I feel like
Him
I
and
want to dedicate
RC,
it.
I mean, what could have been on this race?
Absolutely. Ah. Oh, there it is. He puts it
Oh,
into the wall.
just for a
Cue the
little love
Mariah
tap as he
Carey
goes around.
music.
And final man crossing the line in the points, it looks like it'll be
Doth.
Doth. Probably
The
not
man
the
with the
race he
biggest
was
chest in
hoping
the league.
for. But that was
Once,
a fantastic race here this evening. A lot of battles, a lot of
absolutely.
what could have been, without the disconnects. But a good day for both Red Bull and the Racing Points. They pick up some big constructors' points there. Well, although the Red Bulls, only one of them will count due to the reserve driver. But
Puff
still.
Digital outscored the Baby Bulls all by himself. That is hilarious. The
He
Baby
said he was
Bulls.
going to pick it up in your absence, Puff, so he did. Indeed. RC coming home in second, and you just got to wonder what would have been, because he was
That
showing
was a
some
great
great
race.
pace. That was
Wow, that
exciting.
was
A lot of tire strategies and a lot of good battles up and down the field. So that was exciting to
well. I
watch.
appreciate the opportunity to. Honestly, I appreciate the opportunity to let you guys let me come here and commentate. I put my best foot forward here for these for this race, and I hope I'm invited back. I mean, this was a fantastic
Yeah, it was
experience.
great having you in the booth, so to speak, with me here, Chicken. It was nice having someone else to commentate with, and I really want to thank you for coming on and helping me out this evening. So it has been a fantastic race here as Beck takes home the win, followed by RC in the McLaren, Arbega in the Red Bull coming home in third, Harry in fourth, JFD in fifth, Ryan, Zeg, Zamaglas, Ginnett, Doth, rounding out the top 10. I've been Caddy Damas here with Electric Chicken. You can watch us both race on Thursday night at 8 p.m. in Tier 2. Just look for me in the back. Chicken will probably be up near the middle.
I would prefer if you didn't profile me, Caddy.
Well, you'll be ahead of me. The man with the best selfie game in the business. That is one thing I can say for sure. So,
Well, thank you, Caddy, for the opportunity. It was a pleasure to commentate. Electric Chicken has officially left the building. Thank you, folks.
absolutely. Thank you, Chicken. I'm Caddy Thomas. We will see you next Monday. But don't forget, Thursday night, 8 p.m., Tier 2. Tune in and watch. We will see you guys later.